So hello everyone, welcome to Clavimate classes, and today our topic is ecosystem. So as we know, ecosystem is a key structure of nature, and what it actually meant is that the relationship between the living organisms and their surroundings. And next, the marks weighted is this chapter weighs around 3 marks in the NEET examination, and in board examination it is included for 5 to 6 marks. And its important topics to be covered are the structure of ecosystem, biotic and abiotic components of the ecosystem, types of ecosystem, ecological pyramid, ecological succession, and functions of ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? Explain the structure of ecosystem. So as I already mentioned, ecosystem is a relationship between the living organisms and its environment here. So ecosystem is a biological community where the living and non-living components interact with each other and also with the physical environment. Okay, interact with each other and the physical environment, that is considered as ecosystem. So coming to the ecosystem components here, so they are biotic and abiotic factors of ecosystem. And coming to the biotic factors, producers, consumers, and decomposers are included. And coming to the consumers, there are primary consumers, secondary consumers, and the tertiary consumers. As primary are herbivores, secondary are primary carnivores, and tertiary are secondary carnivores. And coming to the decomposers, these are included mostly protozoa and bacteria. And these are the types of ecosystem: natural ecosystem and artificial or man-made ecosystem. Coming to the natural, there is terrestrial and aquatic. Coming to terrestrial, there is forest, grassland, and the desert. As aquatic, there is marine and freshwater. And coming to freshwater, there is lotic and lentic based on the depth of the water level. And explain the biotic and abiotic components of ecosystem as mentioned earlier. See, the biotic components are the living components involved in the shaping the ecosystem. So which we learn that are producers. As we know, all know that green plants which can provide the food are considered to be the producers. Okay. And next, consumers. They include both primary consumers and the secondary consumers. Okay, as they depend on plants for their food, they are called as consumers. So what are primary consumers is that which feed directly on the producers. Okay, and secondary consumers feed on primary consumers for their food. Okay, all herbivores are an example of primary consumers, and of all the carnivores and the apex predators make up the secondary and tertiary consumers. Coming to the decomposer, they are saprophytes, and which include mostly fungi and bacteria. Okay, why they are called decomposers and what they do is that decomposition. They convert the dead matter into the nitrogen and carbon dioxide, and that process is called as decomposition. So energy flow. So energy flow is the flow of energy along the food chain to the different trophic levels. So coming to the abiotic factors that include the inorganic materials like air, water, and soil. And next, explain the types of ecosystem we have seen there before slide, that is terrestrial ecosystem, which includes forest, grassland, desert, and mountain ecosystem. These are the ecosystems that are found on land. So hence the name terrestrial ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem. So that includes freshwater and oceanic water ecosystem. So freshwater is including lentic and lotic, right? This is slow moving or still water. If they are still water, they are considered to be lentic ecosystem. whereas if they are fast moving, they are considered to be low T. So oceanic ecosystem, it covers around this is the largest ecosystem and it covers around 71% of the total Earth surface. That is, means all the oceans are considered to be known as ocean ecosystem. So what are defined ecological pyramids with examples? So here ecological pyramid is a graphical representation between of the relationship between different organisms. Okay, so there are three types, that is pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass, and next pyramid of numbers. Okay, so for pyramid of energy there will be a transfer of energy from one tropic level to the next of biomass. Energy means nothing but biomass, so there will be a transfer of this biomass from one tropic level to another, that is considered to be pyramid of energy. And coming to pyramid of biomass, this shows the relationship of between biomass and tropic level by quantifying the biomass present at the each level. I mean, in pyramid of biomass, we'll know the quantity of biomass that is being transferred to the other tropic levels. Okay, and next pyramid of numbers, it shows graphically, I mean, the number of individual organisms at each level. Okay, that is known as pyramid of numbers. So here you can see the diagrammatic representation of the three pyramids. This is pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of numbers. So list out the difference between food chain and food web. So as we all have heard the terms like food chain and food web, right? But there's a slight difference between what they actually mean. So food chain is a network that shows linear flow of nutrients and energy from one tropic level to another. Okay, so we're coming to the food web. It is a multitude of interconnected food chains. Suppose there is one food chain and there are several food chains, right? All those are interconnected to form a food web. So further simplified definition is a food web accurately represents all the various food chains that exist in an ecosystem. Okay, whereas a food chain is a network linear which shows the linear flow of nutrients and energy from one tropic level to another. Coming to the food web, it shows the represents all the various food chains that exist in an ecosystem. Okay, this is the difference between a food chain and food web. So by the end of this chapter, we have learned about the ecosystem, its functions, and to know about the ecological pyramids. And we'll also learn about biotic and abiotic components, food web, and food chain. Okay, this is about our institution, Clavimate classes. So for further information of our admission, you can contact the given number. And next, thank you.